All right, back with another, I guess, analysis. This time of the AFC Championship game. This game, I honestly thought that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to run away with this game. They looked, from the first snap, they looked like they were the better team. They looked like they were better coached. And more importantly, most importantly, in fact, they looked like they were quarterbacked better. Now, Lamar Jackson did not have a good game. I don't think that that's a secret. He really didn't have a good game. It was capitalized, or punctuated by, that, interception into triple coverage when it wasn't really desperation time for the Ravens. Like, they still had a chance, and he just threw it into triple coverage, and it was picked, and that ended the ball game. I think the theme of both the losing teams today were self-inflicted mistakes. The Ravens made so many self-inflicted mistakes, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But before I get into it, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you enjoy my analysis. I'm going to be dropping a video as often as I can. So if you enjoy, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Also, comment down below what you guys thought of the AFC Championship game. I thought it was a little bit more boring than I would have expected, but I think that there's obviously some good things to talk about as well. So like I said, the Ravens shot themselves in the foot. They didn't just shoot themselves. They actually took like a loaded machine gun and just fired away at their feet. It was honestly incredible. Between the penalties, I mean, they had, a few really bad personal foul penalties. They had holding calls. They had roughing the passer calls. I mean, I understand the league is getting soft, and I don't agree with everything. But Jadeveon Clowney, he was headhunting. I mean, let's just call a spade here. He like put out his head against Mahomes' head. I mean, again, I don't necessarily buy the whole, the league protects Mahomes, the Chiefs are on ref side. Sometimes it seems that way, but that call to me was pretty obvious. I didn't have a problem with that call at all. I thought it was a really stupid decision by Jadeveon Clowney. Again, penalties, especially on defense, were really bad. Offensively, it was, the miscues. It was the turnovers. Lamar's pick, like I said, Zay Flowers. I mean, how many times are we going to see in the NFL? Do not dive for the end zone. I'm sorry. It's just a coaching point. It's something that I'm sure every coach has talked to his players. Yes, I understand it looks cool when you dive for the ball and you get it and it's a touchdown, but it is too risky, especially down that far on the field, especially that far in the position of the game that they were in, because they really could have gotten themselves back into the game had that not happened. But it was a stupid decision by Zay Flowers. Also, a few plays before, he makes the long pass and then he, spins the ball on the guy and gloats. What the fuck are you doing? You guys are down in the AFC Championship game. You should be getting on the ball, getting ready to go. It just kind of showed the immaturity of the Ravens to me. Showed their lack of experience. And Zay's a rookie. I'm not gonna fucking slaughter the guy. He's a rookie, but that was a really immature and stupid thing to do for Zay Flowers. And I think the biggest problem with the Ravens today, and I'm gonna point this loss almost solely on Todd Monken. I'm going to give him like 70% of the blame. Why the fuck did you abandon the run? Like, what the fuck was going on? Gus Edwards and Justice Hill had like 3 carries apiece. I mean, the Chiefs were running the ball well for a little while, and we saw again with Detroit later, they ran the ball super well for a while. You have one of the best running games in the NFL against a Chiefs rushing defense that reportedly was like 27th, 28th in the league. Why were you not pounding the rock? Especially when your passing game wasn't clicking, wasn't working for, drives at a time. Why were you not read option, speed option? Maybe you throw it to Zay on a screen, which is, an extension of the run game. I just did not understand the play calling at all by Todd Monken. I thought that was really, really dumb, and I blame a lot of the loss on Todd Monken as well. Now, the other coordinator, Mike Macdonald, I think did the opposite of that. The Ravens defense started off getting slaughtered by Mahomes. I mean, it looked like, he was like 11 of 11. They were running the ball well. They were driving down the field. And, there was a clear switch in the game where the Mike Macdonald said, all right, we've adjusted. Figure us out now. And once the Ravens defense adjusted, the Chiefs were held in check. I mean, you look at the end score. When you hold Patrick Mahomes to 17 points in an AFC Championship game, you should feel pretty good about yourself. So I don't put this loss on Mike Macdonald. I thought, again, they were slaughtered at first, but ever since kind of probably that late second quarter on, they really did a good job of containing that Kansas City Chiefs offense. I thought that they kept the Ravens in that game. They really did, and their offense just wasn't able to capitalize, unfortunately. So kudos to Mike McDonald, future Seahawks head coach. I'm calling it now. But let's go to the Kansas City Chiefs, who are going to the fourth Super Bowl with the combination of Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. And I kind of thought about something today. Well, I have a lot of thoughts. That's why I'm making this video. I have a lot of thoughts today. And one of my thoughts is, A, never again in my life am I betting against Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game. I did the opposite last week. I took the Chiefs money line when everybody was expecting the Bills, and they won. I don't know why I deviated from that path and decided that the Ravens were a good idea to cover. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. Broke. I have a rule. It's pretty not smart to bet on a really, really good quarterback in the playoff, bet against that guy. And Mahomes is the prime example of that. I used to have that rule with Tom Brady where I would say, hey, I wasn't betting back then, but hey, I'm not picking against Tom Brady. I'm not picking against Brady. And there were a few times where guys got him, but for the most part, it was, Brady's going to get the job done. They're going to find a way to win this game. And that is now what Patrick Mahomes is. Patrick Mahomes is that guy where he doesn't have bad games in the big spots. He doesn't play poorly. He doesn't have stinkers. And his teams, 9 times out of 10 just find a way to win. It could be 17-10, it could be 35-30, it could be 47-42. They'll find a way to win. Whatever the game entails, they'll do it and they'll find a way to win. So I just think that Patrick Mahomes, he is, and I hate to say this prematurely, because look, a couple years ago when he lost to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, I said to myself then, he will never catch Tom Brady. There is no chance. This is like if Michael Jordan beat, Wizards Michael Jordan beat LeBron in the finals in his last, couple seasons. There is no chance that he's going to catch Tom Brady. And I'm sitting on my couch today, my uncle's couch actually, watching the game, and when it's over, I'm thinking, maybe he could catch Tom. Maybe he could as the GOAT. Now, will he catch 7 rings? Probably not, because this would be, if he wins this week or 2 weeks from now, it'll be his 3rd, which is impressive. But again, if you remember, Tom Brady had a 10-year gap between Super Bowl wins. He won in 2004, didn't win his next one until 2014. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, shit, maybe he will be the GOAT, because rings are a part of the equation. They are. But they're not the entire equation, because if that was the case, we would say that Bill Russell is unequivocally the greatest NBA player to ever play. And we don't. Now I understand, it's a long time ago. It was like the 50s and 60s, and, Mike is clearly better than Bill Russell, even though he has basically half his rings. But I said to myself, all right, if Mahomes gets 5, we could have a really good discussion that he is the greatest of all time. I think he needs minimum 4, because a lot of guys have 4. Bradshaw's got 4. Joe Montana's got 4. Brady has obviously got 7. If he gets 4, we can put him in that tier. Anything less, I don't think we can. 5, I think you can really make a good argument. 6 or 7, then yes, he is, I think, the greatest of all time. And I think what sets Patrick Mahomes apart, and it's kind of hard to articulate. If you don't watch football and you're just trying to describe Patrick Mahomes and his effect on the game to somebody, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say. It's like, yeah, he's really good. He doesn't make stupid mistakes. He's accurate. He's got a good arm. He's playmaker. But what is his trait, right? What is the one thing that Patrick Mahomes does? And I honestly think that the one thing Patrick Mahomes does better than anybody I've ever seen at the quarterback position, he's just in control every single play. He knows what the fuck is going on. Now, does he still throw picks? Does he still get sacked? Yes, obviously. That happens to everybody. But when you watch Patrick Mahomes play, it really does remind me of somebody that is playing on Madden rookie mode. He just is going to do whatever. He knows where to go. Pass rush, it seems slower against him. His guys seem to get open. It's just, he has such an effect on the game that is, I think, inquantifiable. Unquantifiable. And for that reason, if he continues on his current trajectory, which there is no reason to think that he won't, I think that he will, or he has a very good chance to end up as the greatest quarterback of all time. And for his coach, Andy Reid, again, is he going to catch Bill with 6? No. But when we look at his career, we can make an argument that Andy Reid is one of the best head coaches ever. So Congratulations to the Chiefs. They did everything the Ravens didn't. They didn't commit turnovers. They didn't penalize themselves. They actually ran the football with Isaiah Pacheco, despite it not really working. It worked, to a certain degree. And how about the poetry at the end of the game of getting the game sealer to MVS, the guy that everybody was calling trash? Perhaps correctly. He made a lot of fuck ups in the regular season. But similar to just the Chiefs in general, postseason came around, you flipped a switch, and you're just that guy. And, congratulations to the Chiefs. Congratulations to Chiefs fans. For the 5 of them that didn't know, you have the best player on planet Earth. So congratulations. And I think that we're going to be seeing Patrick Mahomes in a lot more Super Bowls, unfortunately, for the league. And unfortunately for parity. But that's my analysis on the AFC Championship game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm interested to hear your analysis and what you guys thought of the game. Like I said in the beginning, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.